Sunny and her friends travel to the dragon's homeland in the Mare Stream. Pip made a playlist for their trip. The ponies hope to get there before Opaline. Sparky assists them with his magic and provides them with a detailed map as they go through a long tunnel. Pip's phone is dead, so she plugs it into the Mare Stream's outlet. But the Hope lantern powering the Mare Stream begins to lose its magic, and they're forced to crash land. Pip starts singing to wake the dragons up. Blaze then shows up and confronts the ponies for trespassing on the Isle of Scaly. Sunny insists that the dragons need their help as Opaline wants to steal the dragon magic. Izzy chats with the dragons named Lux, Tumble, Fountain, and Leaf. Meanwhile, Sunny questions the dragons about Opaline and learns that the latter captured two of their kind called Lava and Jade. She attacked them when they were half asleep. The dragons are shocked to see Hitch accompanied by Sparky, a baby dragon. They're surprised because they haven't seen a baby dragon around there for ages. They're now hopeful because Sparky the hatchling can restore Shimmer to all of Scaly. Blaze is skeptical at first to trust the ponies, but then she gives in. She reveals that they must request approval from their leader, the Dragon Lord. The dragons lead the ponies to their leader, and Izzy, Pip, and Misty choose to stay behind to fix the Mare Stream. Sunny, Hitch, and Zip leave with the dragons. Blaze wants Sunny to present herself to the Dragon Lord as the leader of the ponies. Izzy is having trouble fixing the Mare Stream. Misty notices that the Hope lantern gets dimmer and dimmer. Pip points out that all her devices are drained too, despite having them plugged into the outlet all day. Misty thinks that Pip's stuff is draining the energy from the lantern. They unplug them, and the lantern gets even dimmer. The ponies wonder why the lantern is losing power on its own. Hitch learns that all dragons have different kinds of magic, and Tumble shows him his ability. He adds that Lux can illuminate with her light magic, and Fountain can bend and spray water with her fire. They then meet the Dragon Lord. Sunny recognizes the leader, called Spike, because he was Twilight Sparkle's assistant in the past. Zip warns Spike that the dragonkind are in danger, even Equestria, because Opaline is trying to take over and she's gaining power. She wants to seal all the magic for herself, which is why she's training their dragon Shimmer. Twilight Sparkle kept Opaline out all this time and protected their lands, but the spell has broken down and Opaline is back. Spike invites the ponies inside and shares that he lost most of his memories of his youth. He says he was there with Twilight when Opaline got banished. That's why the dragons have been on the Isle of Scaly, magically hibernating for all this time. It was part of the plan. He then mentions the Unity crystals, and Sunny states that they are the keepers of the crystals. Spike narrates that Twilight's reign was peaceful until Opaline appeared. She'd been banished from Skyros, the Alicorn land. Opaline wanted to rule all ponies. Spike's friendship with the ponies created powerful magic that Opaline resorted to dark ways to overthrow Equestria. She attacked the dragons to transform into a fire alicorn. Sunny surmises that Opaline took Jade and Lava to transform into a fire alicorn again. Spike explains that the crystals were created to hide the magic of Equestria in them. Twilight put a spell around Equestria to hide them from Opaline. Sunny gives the dragons pep talk, reminding them that they're strong. Spike decides to vouch for the ponies and orders the dragons to take them back to Equestria and help them find a way to stop Opaline. Meanwhile, Opaline brainwashes the two dragons she has captured into serving her, and she harnesses their fire to steal the cutie marks from dozens of ponies. A powerful Opaline steals the cutie marks from dozens of ponies. The town's ponies run away in shock. Spike, the dragons, and the ponies arrive in town and see the chaos. Rocky and Jazz show Sunny and the others what happened and take them to the tree that Opaline used as a portal. Pip and Co. need to figure out how Opaline is stealing the cutie marks. Just then, Spike collapses. The dragons don't feel well. Misty surmises that Opaline is using the Dragon Stone to control the dragons. If she uses up all of the stone's magic, that could put dragons back to sleep for another 1,000 moons. Spike decides to take back the stone from Opaline. He also wants to use Sparky. Hitch gets defensive as Sparky is just a baby. Misty reminds Hitch that Sparky is strong, as he's the one who filled up the Dragonstone, so maybe Sparky is the one who can take the magic back. Spike and the dragons fly away to confront Opaline. Meanwhile, Hitch gathers every pony by the tree. Sunny and Co check on the crystals. Zip shows her friends a picture she got from the library in Zephyr Heights. She explains that there are 3 trees: the Maritime Bay Together tree, Misty's Together tree, and the Wishing tree in Bridalwood. Opaline managed to tap into the connection between the 3. Misty then reveals that Opaline has her own magic tree in her throne room, and the tree is supposed to feed on unity magic, but Opaline couldn't make it work. Zip realizes that Opaline can travel through the trees and is using them to steal the cutie marks. Pip and Co then remember that Hitch is gathering all the ponies by the tree. They rush to warn him, but they're too late, as Opaline ambushes Hitch and Co and steals their cutie marks. Zip wonders if the Together tree in Zephyr Heights is also stealing the cutie marks. Pip tries to call Queen Haven, but to no avail. Zip and Pip decide to warn Zephyr Heights. Sunny and Misty are at the Bright House on the lookout, but then the crystals start glitching. Sunny believes that Opaline's figured out a way inside. Misty explains that if Opaline gets enough cutie mark magic, she'll have enough power to break any spell. Spike and the dragons go to the dungeons to retrieve the stone. They spot the charged stone, which is shielded with magic. Opaline shows up with Lava and Jade, who are fully under her control. She cackles and casts a spell around Spike and the dragons. Opaline vows to have power and all of it. She plans to have Prisbeam and the Together trees. She reveals that she tried to make her tree upstairs grow, but it would just wither and die, because Unity feeds it. But thanks to Misty, who inadvertently brought real Unity magic back to her in the form of Sparky, who helped activate her tree. Meanwhile, Misty feels remorseful and blames herself for helping Opaline. Sunny reassures her, saying that it wasn't her fault. Opaline and the controlled dragons come through the portal to steal the remaining cutie marks. Hitch tries to stop her, but she's too powerful. Misty and Sunny see as Opaline steals Hitch's cutie mark. Opaline plans to steal Hitch's friend's cutie marks and complete her necklace in order to become unstoppable. Opaline steals Hitch's cutie mark and orders Lava and Jade to light up the Crystal Bright House. As she approaches it, she gets hit by the spell and drops her necklace. Misty steals it and starts taunting her. Opaline chases her as Misty hides behind the bushes. She admits to Opaline that she's been sneaking behind her back and that she's not on her side anymore. Opaline manages to find Misty and take back the necklace. Opaline and the dragons head to Zephyr Heights. Misty follows them through the portal. Zip and Pip are already there, warning the people and reassuring them. Just then, Opaline shows up and causes panic as the ponies scramble. Opaline wants to steal the 2 siblings' cutie marks. Pip tells Opaline that she can take them only if she lets them sing her a song, because that's when the sparkle shines the brightest. Opaline is tempted, and Pip starts singing and dancing, impressing her. The 2 sisters devise a clever plan. They drop the curtains on Opaline and the dragons, then tie them up with a rope. But Opaline uses her magic to get out, then steals the 2 sisters' cutie marks. Opaline is about to travel to Bridalwood when Misty orders her to get away from her tree. Misty laments the fact that Opaline has all the power in Equestria, but she still hasn't ever felt true friendship. Opaline gets angry and steals her cutie mark. Then she heads to Bridalwood. She faces Izzy, who uses her creativity to torment her and the dragons. Opaline manages to subdue Izzy and steal her cutie mark. Zip orders the ponies to get away from the tree as they make Opaline stronger. She explains that the roots of the trees are leeching the power from the ponies. Pip thinks they might have it backwards. The ponies in the picture look happy, and their friendship is what gives the trees their powers. Misty reminds her that her tree grew out of the true friendship that the ponies showed her on the day of the Cutie Blossom Bash. Zip realizes that the ponies' unity powers the trees. Pip calls Sunny, and Zip tells her about their new plan, which involves every pony in Equestria joining together at the trees. Hitch gathers the Maritime Bay ponies. Zip, Pip, and Misty round up Zephyr Heights. Izzy heads to Bridalwood, and Sunny decides to confront Opaline alone. Meanwhile, Opaline has nearly all of the magic in Equestria. She plans to steal Sunny's cutie mark next in order to get hold of the Unity crystals. Opaline is unaware that Sparky is hiding in the room. Sunny shows up and tries to reason with Opaline. The latter accuses her of wanting to be a powerful alicorn too. She reminds her that she spends her time studying magic and collecting powerful artifacts. Opaline then attacks her to steal her cutie mark, but Sunny shields herself with magic. The two alicorns battle, and Opaline manages to subdue her. She now has the full set and her necklace is complete. She becomes a fire alicorn and vows to shut down every protection spell in Equestria and rule over the ponies for all eternity. Sparky uses his magic and breaks the spell that Spike was under. The ponies sing by the wishing trees about hope and unity. Sunny tells Opaline that she can take their cutie marks, but she can't take their friendships nor their hope for a better future. Sunny then hears her friends singing. The pony's magic lights up the trees. Just then, Sunny's heart necklace also lights up and traps Opaline. Sparky takes the dragon stone and uses it against Opaline, who loses the necklace, and the 6 cutie marks go back to their owners. Lava and Jade are no longer under Opaline's control. Sparky uses the dragon stone on Opaline's tree, and all the stolen cutie marks return to their rightful owners. Opaline's throne room starts to crumble, so the ponies rush out of there. Opaline tries to leave, but she is trapped. Her cutie mark is taken away from her too. Her lair turns into a beautiful tree. Spike shows the ponies the tree and tells them that Sparky transformed Opaline's spell into one of his own. Izzy and Co are also there and gaze at the beautiful tree together. Hitch wants Sparky to go with the dragons, but Sparky hugs him and calls him home. Iz and the other ponies find another together tree like the ones in Maritime Bay, Zephyr Heights, and Bridalwood. The tree then sucks them into the portal. Their appearance changes and they're all confused. They wonder if there is something special awaiting them. They see that the portal is shrinking, so they all decide to investigate the new town quickly in order to return to Equestria. They stumble upon a new town and see other ponies dancing and singing. However, upon seeing them, they feel frightened and hide. 2 ponies named Violet and Comet introduce themselves to Izzy and Co. They welcome the ponies to Starlight Ridge and offer them some cocoa. They then invite Izzy and the others to participate in Starshine Time, their special day of fun. They go skating, and our usual ponies notice the aurora flare. Next, they try the ice slide. Izzy and Co realize that the aurora flare blasts across the sky whenever every pony is having a good time. Izzy and the others are shocked to learn that the other ponies have never been to Equestria because they were never allowed to leave Starlight Ridge. When Zip tries to question Violet and Comet about the aurora flare, they avoid the subject. Zip and Co agree that something strange is going on. They know that the Together tree brought them there for a reason, they just need to figure it out. They then hear the bells and Comet and Violet head back inside to sleep. So Zip and Co return to the portal, but then they decide not to leave the place until they find out what's really going on. They want to help their new friends, the Auroricorns. They then spot Violet, Comet, and the others entranced by Allura. Zip and Co surmise that Allura has got the Auroricorns under a spell. They link up to separate Violet and Comet from Allura and get them out of the trance. Violet tells them that Allura is an evil tyrant who showed up one day with her sidekick Twitch and took over their place by force. Allura then claimed the most important thing in their town, which is a special relic called the Nova Charm. Now Allura is forcing them to use their magic to make the aurora flares. Then she makes them steal the stars out of them, because she believes that one of the stars in the sky contains the magic to open the portal that will lead her to another realm. Zip and Co want to help their new friends, so they suggest getting the Nova Charm back. Violet explains that whenever they feel happy, the aurora flares blast across the sky, so Allura uses her powers to trick them into feeling happy and forces them to make the flares against their will. Violet is able to resist Allura's trance thanks to Izzy's creativity. She made her some special crystal snowball earplugs enough to muffle the spell. Violet then claims that she found the special star tricking Allura. Allura orders her sidekick to protect the charm while she goes to check the special star. Allura is unaware that Hitch and the others are hiding behind a tree, pulling strings connected to a makeshift portal to fool her. Pip and Misty distract Allura's sidekick. Pip lulls him until he falls asleep. Allura realizes that the portal is fake and chases the ponies who run away with the charm. She catches up with them and confronts them. She tells them that she doesn't need the charm to control them because she has the power of persuasion. She purrs, and Zip and Co. are also put in trance. Sunny then remembers something Violet said earlier about the snow having healing magic. She also remembers that Izzy's earplugs worked because they're made of snow, and the snow there is very special. She throws some snow at her friends, and they all wake up from the trance. The other ponies keep throwing snowballs. Violet gives the other ponies pep talk and encourages them to defend themselves and revolt against Allura. They then start throwing snowballs at Allura and decide to take back their town. They start dancing and singing, angering Allura. They all feel happy, making the sky blast with aurora flares. Allura vows to get back at them before she leaves. Sparky uses his magical abilities and gets the Nova charm out of its ice cage. Violet is chosen to lead Starlight Ridge as they all cheer her name. The ponies try to go back home, but the portal is closed and they're stuck. Izzy uses her creativity and creates a portal using the Nova charm, which turns out to be the star that Allura has been looking for all this time. Izzy and Co. bid their new friends farewell. Comet decides to go with them as he's always dreamt of visiting Equestria. Violet gives Izzy the Nova charm, and that way she can always come back to the new town. Comet joins Izzy and Co. as they all head home to Equestria. Allura learns that the ponies found the portal. Her brother then calls her a fool for having had the star the whole time. Allura vows to get it back, and then she goes through the portal. Comet is welcomed and pampered by his new pony friends.